the Susie B channel. I'm sitting in front of, oh, turn on the light, Susie. We were in the garden and we were sitting in front of the basil. And I just kind of seen something very cool about the basil. Basil has its own packaging. Can you believe that? Here, I'll show you. So I've been snipping off these tops, but I've been leaving the ones with the flowers because the little flies and bees and things are still eating off of them. So, like these little flowers right here. So they're still collecting nectar from them, and I've seen all different sizes. Oh my God, everybody! It's Face the Ace for real. Welcome in, Face the Ace. Good to see you. Excuse me. So I've been in the garden. Didn't really sleep very well, so I think I got a couple hours sleep. I got up. It was too hot, and I just came out here in the garden, and I needed to trim these because all of my basils were, they all bolted, went to seed and flowered and everything. But as I'm sitting here trimming the basil, oh my God, for real, Susie B? As I'm trimming the basil, I want to show you something really cool that I just realized what the basil does. So you see those you see the black inside the plant there? That's the flower stem. Okay, so each and every one of those was a little flower. Now look at how cool the nature's packaging works. So these flowers, if you leave them on the stalk, right? Don't cut them and let them dry up naturally. I don't know. It still might happen if they're out drying in the sun. But see those little black things inside every little one of those holes? Those are seeds. Now, the plant is still alive, right? I just cut it because I'm trying to take all the seeds off because I got basil growing out of my ears. And anyways, I was noticing the different stages of the seed packaging, not nature's seed packaging. So this is the first stage. The seeds, the so they kind of sit like this on the plant, right, upside down, but the seeds don't fall out. I think they're still attached, and there's several in each pod. Now, when it starts to dry up, it starts to look like this. Now, each one of these pods have dried up and sealed the seeds inside. How freaking cool is that? So I've never really noticed this before because I've never really sat here in silence and just in peace and quiet, kind of snipping these things away. But once the seed pods dry, they naturally seal the seeds in. They naturally seal the seeds in. So you got nature's packaging right here. Hi, Lulu. So that's the second phase of the seed pod. Oh my God, Mark! So I was just noticing this because I've been snipping them, right? And this is what they look like when they're in the seed pod. The pods are still open, but when they dry, they end up looking like this, and they naturally seal in the seeds. So each one of these, you pull them off. Each one of those leaves has a seed in it, and that's nature's packaging right there. Isn't that cool? That is so freaking cool. I didn't realize because I always thought that the seed pod stayed open because I've snipped these. This is like my third time snipping these plants, and I've never really paid attention to the seed pods. I mean, I used to shake them, and I actually shook them all over the place, and I got basil growing everywhere. But I never really paid attention and looked closely at the process of the seed pods. So I just wanted to share that because that's freaking cool. Nature's packaging. How freaking cool is that? And that's really dry one. That's a really, really dry one. These dry naturally on the stalk, but the seeds are well preserved inside these little pods, and they dry up. And if they get disturbed, they fall off. They fall into the ground. They get a little moisture, and boom, you got a basil plant. Isn't that freaking cool? I just thought that was the coolest thing ever. I just wanted to share it. So, like on this plant right here, they're already all dry. So they're all dry already, and that's what I'm snipping off because I'm trying to leave the ones with the flowers because the little bugs, the flying bugs, bees and other little gnats are still eating, feeding from the nectar of those little flowers. So they're kind of like, they look like this. And that little bulb that's next to it is going to bloom and it's going to open and it's going to be a flower. But and the little gnats, tiny gnats, the bees, and something that looks like a bee, they eat from that. Anyways, so I just noticed the different phases of these seeds. So those seeds are still they're not even black yet. So they've already bloomed. That space there, that pod, was a flower bulb, and it bloomed already. So that's the stage after the flower falls out, and those are the seeds raw. They're still green. They're not ready to like germinate. They won't. I believe they don't germinate in that stage, but then they eventually turn black, and that pod, when that green pod dries up, that pod will naturally close and seal those seeds inside. How freaking cool is that? How freaking cool is that? Nature's packaging. I mean, we could learn something from that. I don't know what, but I know there's a lesson to be learned in this nature's packaging. That's freaking just cool. That's just so cool. And all those seeds, they get packaged right on that stalk. So yeah, I just wanted to share that with everybody. If you just popped in, welcome to the Susie B channel. I'm Susie B, and I'm in the garden, and I'm clipping the basil. I'm clipping all of these, the seed pods off, and I was just kind of sitting here, and I was just staring at them, right? I was just staring at them, and I was thinking, I saw two stages right here in this bucket. This is what I was staring at. So I saw two stages sitting right next to each other, and I started to think, okay, these have the seeds. They're all black in there, and then I saw this. I'm like, whoa, really? Nature frickin' packaged its own seeds and sealed them and protected them. Um, how freaking cool is that? How freaking cool is that? Yeah, I got so much basil. I mean, it's growing like crazy. So yeah, I was just sitting here and I was looking at that bucket because that's all the stalks that I've cut. And I've been sitting here a while. So all those are seeds in there. And there's still more. There's still more here. There's still more there. And I just finished trimming the Thai basil over there. I got to tackle this plant here. I just trimmed up the blackberry bush. So I found a lot of dead leaves on that, and I kind of cleaned it all up over there, that blackberry. And I started tackling the basil, but I noticed that the flying little insects are still feeding from these, so I didn't want to. I still got to grab, like I'm grabbing these. They're already all dry and they're real stiff. These ones, I believe they have potential still to bloom, so I don't want to mess with those. And I definitely got to tackle this right here. These, look at that's a mess. That's like spaghetti. So I just kind of trimmed and clipped. I found some bonus 4 raspberries in the back. They were hiding in the back. boy, they were a nice treat. So I devoured those. But all this is new growth right here. That's all new growth. This is just shot out. So that's the blackberry. It's just Mark. You know I don't partake in those activities. So yeah, I was trimming these, and of course I found a couple of little crab-looking spiders that were living in there, and I was real careful not to disturb them. But if you're new to the channel, this came from my arrow garden, that Thai basil. So it grew out, overgrew the arrow garden, and I transplanted it outside into a pot, and that thing just blew up. So I've already trimmed the seeds from it. Like, I think this is my third time, maybe fourth. So this I gotta really trim these. Now these are seeds right here, and this is a crazy seed ball. Now once this is soft right now, but this is the second stage of this seed. And that little sucker, if you touch it and handle it without gloves, it feels just like the spikes of a cactus, and that'll stick in your skin. But there's a ton of seeds of those, and I want to spread these around too. There's a ton of these. So I like to pay attention to the seed stages of these plants because I love these flowers, but boy, they need help. To see all that, I gotta somehow either rip it all out and start all new again. But they're so pretty. I just don't want to do that. All of these are coming from that, all of that dry stuff, and I need to clean it up. Maybe tie it up and like wrap it around. Uh, I didn't know it would get that big because it's pretty big, but it's got a lot of seeds on it. They look like little disco balls. so so yeah, I was just sitting here and I was like, oh, I freaking discovered something really amazing. What do you mean staring at a plant? What else am I supposed to do when I'm trimming them? Close my eyes. So let me show you guys the watermelon. Looks like everybody left, or I lost signal. One, two. So that's the watermelon. It's growing like crazy. It's already touched the lemongrass, but I planted a few in that corner over there. I actually had to pull it out. There's some more basil growing in there. I had to pull it out, pull it away from the wall, and I kind of draped it down that way. And I saw little watermelons starting to grow. They were like tiny, really tiny. They're like little black things. Um, but this is the watermelon here. It's a sugar baby. That's what I planted. I planted several, but the first variety that popped up got eaten. I think maybe the lizards topped it or something. I don't know. Maybe they had a salad. They're like, oh, a salad. So yeah, that I need to put some water in here. The green onions. So yeah, the borage grew back over here, but boy, that watermelon is just taking over. It's grabbing onto everything. So I had to reroute it, and boy, that's a crazy vine growing like kudzu. So it's already making its way over there. I mean, all of that was one watermelon plant. That's one plant. So if you cut it at the neck, you'll kill the whole thing. It's crazy. It doesn't root into the ground either. Not that I've noticed, unless someone knows something I don't. But I know it's got a ton of vines, little vines that it reaches out. It reaches out to try to find stuff to wrap its little things around. And once it starts to wrap, boy, it curls. That thing. So next time I grow this, we've been kicking around some trellis ideas, and I definitely want to put an arch maybe here, and then just help the vine go up and over and let the melons hang. You're supposed to put them on slings from the research I've done. So yeah, you're supposed to sling every one of them. So you can use a variety of different materials, but people just use their cotton shirts. I mean, you can get fancy and go buy some really light mesh, and you can tie them up with that. But you got to create slings for them. And so that's all that information I didn't know. I didn't know that thing would get that big. So I think just like took over. I don't know what that long grass looking thing is. Um, I don't know if I put a canna lily in there, but I think canna lilies have bigger, wider leaves, I think. I'm not sure. And I totally forgot to show you guys because my hubby was helping me remove all of the garden plants that I bought, and he put some like way over there in that corner. So there was like 4 plants that I didn't get to show you guys, but I actually had bought uh, a banana pepper, a giant jalapeno, and a poblano. So I think you guys saw it while I was at Home Depot. But this is the last plant that I got to transplant. I got a pot for it and then a trellis, so it can grow up that. These pots were on sale at the market, so they're pretty heavy duty. They're heavy, they're thick, and they got a nice ceramic coating on them. Paint, fire, whatever that is called. They've been fired. So I ended up planting these little the German thyme I put here, and these little colorful cockcomb, I put those there. That's a mulberry. I got so many mulberries growing this year. They're growing everywhere. That's catnip. Here's some more basil. Lo and behold, basil. And then in between, I don't know. I didn't plant that there, but that's some lantana. And I thought it was blackberries at first. I was like, all right. I was all excited because they have slight thorns on the stems, like a blackberry does. So if I can just, so the stems are slightly thorny. Zoom into the stem, not the wall. And is it a bug right there? Anyways, they're slightly thorny, but nope, they're lantana. So this is another variety. Looks like it's going to be the yellow and white. I don't know yet. You can't really tell what color they are till they bloom. So, and then I planted over here. I planted the sweet banana pepper, and then some more of those cockcomb right here. And I planted those right there in that pot next to the fig tree. Here's the fig. It's doing pretty good. I had to trim down the moonflower because it just got crazy. The branch broke and I had to trim it off. And I've been earlier before the sun hit it, I kind of lightly dusted it with a nice sprinkle of water just to clean the leaves. The leaves feel like velvet. So pretty. Excuse me, that's my loquat tree. It's starting to grow new growth from the center. And these are, I figured out what kind of chilies these were, guys. It's not a cayenne. It was identified wrong through the plant app. These are actually called chile pequin. So there's two types of chilies that are similar. One's called a pequin and the other's called a tepin. So the tepin are round balls. They're chili balls, but these are the real short ones. They're both equally flavorful and spicy, but these are called pequins, Pequin. I believe I did plant these here because there's no way I would have ended up with the pequin from this store unless they use chile pequins in the crushed chili peppers. because I've been known to do that is throw crushed chili peppers in the soil to see what happens. So either I did plant these here or I threw crushed chili peppers in the soil and I got this tree. So those are called chile pequin, and they grow kind of upward like that. They're just really cute, and they're hot. They're really hot and spicy, but very flavorful. But like I said before, the heat doesn't last long in the mouth. It'll burn, but it's got a great flavor. It's kind of one of those flavors where you want to keep eating it because it tastes so good. I think this would make a good chili oil. I just have to go through some recipes and figure out how to do it because I've already harvested about 50 of these, and there's still so many more left. And there's still a lot green. There's a ton of green ones now. So it just keeps giving and giving, this tree. So that's the chile pequin. If anybody is in the U.S. and wants some seeds from that, let me know, and I'll send you some. But over here is the poblano ancho. So this is another one that I bought, and I like this pepper because you can put it in a chile relleno, and that's the long green pepper that you stuff with cheese and you bread, and you deep fry or you fry. And that's a chile relleno. It means a stuffed chili with cheese. So that's a poblano ancho. And I put it here because I had it over there by the fence, the brick wall, but it got too much sun and it started to look sad. Like it got too hot for it there. So I put it here, and it's a lot happier. Now it's got a watering spigot. It'll get watered. It's good. It'll be good for a while. And I got a parsley. It's growing over here. I just got to keep an eye on it that I don't forget it's here. Forget to water it. And so that's what's left of my beans. The beans didn't do very good. I think it got too hot. I don't know. Something happened. Maybe I don't know what happened with those, but I'll take you over here to the canoe garden. I'm still trying to figure it out. Maybe I planted them too late, but I put another flower here. And they open and close. These are like very interesting flowers. Um, very interesting, like the open and close. So the whole petal spreads out and it's completely open. Here's the cilantro. The cilantro didn't, all the cilantro sprouted, but it bolted. So that's way too soon to bolt at its stage. I think it got too hot. I bought a tomatillo and it's doing good. The flowers are opening. This thing will grow into a monster. I've grown one of these before. It'll take up this whole area. Thank goodness I have this trellis in place. I might have to reinforce it if it gets bigger. This thing will grow really big. That's a tomatillo. You make green salsa with that. And then over here is the tomatillo. And over here is the tomato paste, Roma. This little Roma plant. And then over here is the jalapeno gigante. That means a giant jalapeno. So I got the giant, and then I got the mammoth. So I grabbed them both. I didn't even realize I grabbed them both. That's the mammoth jalapeno. So we'll see what the heck. Plus I got some seeds that I got some pepper seeds. They're a guajillo. I got some guajillo, and I got the jalapeno that's called narapeño, that has no heat. Has no heat in it. So those are the plants that I didn't get to show you. Was the two hot peppers, the mammoth jalapeno over there, and the gigante jalapeno. So that means gigantic. So It looks like those falcons are living up in our tree right there. The 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 kestrels, the American kestrels. They like to drink from the bird bath. But yeah, so I got one more plant that I got to transplant into this pot, and I'm gonna try to get back to bed and see if I can get some sleep. Maybe I'll shower first. I don't know. It was just too hot to sleep. I can't sleep when I'm hot. So I kind of feel tired, but not too bad. So everything's doing pretty good. I got my little potting station right here that we just set up. I set up real quick, makeshift potting station here, and it's working out pretty good. But all these are watered, so this is the last thing that I got to plant. I got to put in this pot, and since it's got a vine, I figured a trellis would be great for it. So we'll see. Still trying to figure out where to put this. But I'd like to keep it in the backyard so I can see it. I might put it right there. I might just rip out the basils that are there. Whoops, you guys didn't hear that. Um, maybe I'll transplant you guys. Yeah, that's it. And then put this in its pot along that wall right there. I think that pop of color would be beautiful. Um, so yeah, I was thinking about putting it right there. I think that would be pretty. This right there. It would grow up that wall. See how big it gets? I don't know. But that side gets the evening sun too. So they get shade like right now, and then around 2 and 3 and 4, that's sunny, and then after 4:35ish, that's back in the shade again. So I think it'll be okay. Let's see. Let's see. Hopefully, you guys are having a wonderful Wednesday. Is it Hump Day? So yeah, that's all the plants. I showed you pretty much everything. Everything I planted. That pigeon likes to eat our cat food. That little guy over there. I see you. I see you. I see you. I see you. What are you doing? What are you doing? Can you guys see him? Probably not, huh? It's hard for me to see him. He's in the shadow. What are you doing over there? What are you doing? Are you eating all the Bobby's food? Are you eating all Bobby's food? That pigeon eats cat food. And you know what? He's not even as scared of the cat, really. He's the cat. Him and the cat were just kicking it in the yard one day, and I'm like, "You're not doing your job very well. He's gonna go eat your food." But I think it's that one or another one that I saved from drowning in the pool. So this is his home, and I hate to shoo him away all the time. So, anyways, he was born here in the trees up there, but he hangs out. Him and his partner. Uh-oh, we got a bee that fell into the bird bath. Can you get out? Can you get out? Did I just drown you? I just pushed you under. Whoops. they fall in. I need to figure out something because every once in a while I'll find a bee in there. Did you guys know? Has anybody tried this? Because I've seen it like on Temu. Um, they make these little copper plates that you put in your bird baths, and it prevents the mold from growing, the mildew, the what is it called? Um, God, I can't think of it right now. The moss, the moss stuff. So if you put a copper, they say it's like I mean, wouldn't a penny work? Has anybody tried that? Does anybody know? Have you tried that in your garden, in your bird fountains, your water fountains, bird baths? Because apparently, if you put that inside, and they make them in shapes of like little gardenia flowers and little coin size coins, and you drop them in the bird bath, and it's supposed to prevent the moss from growing in there. Put rocks in the water bowl for bees to sit on. Oh yeah, I could put a big rock in there, huh? I just wanna. That's not a bad idea. I just want to make sure that the birds have room to, fluff their feathers in there because they literally bathe in there. Then I have to change the water several times. That's not a bad idea. We'll put like a stack of rocks in here. It's not a bad idea. I keep sinking. I need some big ones. Come in, give me a big one. Okay, maybe that. There. How's that? Hey, little bee. Yeah, I'm giving you a little spot to so you don't fall in. Go to the rocks. Go to the rocks. So yeah, oh shit. Just ran into my spotlight. So yeah, that's that. Thanks, Lulu. That's a great idea. I was like, what can I put? I mean, I got a ton of rocks around there, and it doesn't really take up all the space from the birds fluttering their feathers in there to rinse off. But they might knock them over, but it's okay. I'll just check on them. And the sprinklers fell out. Okay, put that back there. The cat, when where are you going? He goes by the sprinklers and his tail hooks onto the sprinklers and he pulls them all out. Then my plants start dying. I'm like, what's going on? Freaking sprinklers popped out. So I know where he's been he's been driving his paws through the yard by the sprinkler hoses, ripping them out like a bad alley cat that he is. He's a good boy. Where did he go? He's found a new cool spot to it's gonna be 100 degrees today, guys, probably more. I'm surprised my phone is hanging in this long. But this is his new spot. He lays right there. In between the canoe and the house. Yeah, I'm talking about you. Oh, you just go to sleepy. I didn't go to sleepy too. I didn't sleep very good. He's so cute. I did bring him inside yesterday because it was just too warm out here. See, the bees are going to the water hose. Poor things. Yeah, it's gonna be like 100 today, probably 103. It's been already 103. So I wanted to get the gardening done early. Like 2 days ago, I didn't even go to sleep. I just stayed up until it got light enough that I can come out here, and I planted all the plants except for that one. Then I went to bed. I took a shower and went to bed. But just today, I don't know. I couldn't. I went to bed at 4. I finished the video I was working on. I put it in, loaded it up into YouTube, and then I went to bed. And then I got up like at 6. I was freaking sweating. And we got these new sheets too. They're supposed to be like heat absorbing. They're called cooling sheets, miracle sheets, whatever. But I don't know if you have to have like the I only use the fitted, right? I don't use sheets. I don't like sleep with sheets, but maybe I should throw my comforter off and probably sleep with the sheet that came with it and see if that works. Because if not, I'm gonna have to figure something out. Because I cannot sleep if I'm too hot. Because then I start to sweat, and then it wakes me up, and then I feel icky. So it's just just not. I'll have to figure it out. Anyways, thank you guys for hanging out with me, and I'm gonna try to go get some sleep. And I will see you all later. So have a wonderful Wednesday, Hump Day, and have a beautiful week. If I don't see you again, welcome to the Susie B channel. I'm an artist. I do a lot of things on my channel. I do art. I do cooking. We do in the garden. In the garden things, adventuring. We do grocery market. We do market runs. We do road trips, and I also have a coffee lounge that's a chat where I talk about local news and things like that. So I'll probably do a coffee lounge soon. I don't know. We'll see how I feel when I wake up. But have a great rest of your day, everybody. Thank you, Lulu. We've had 93 Fahrenheit all week. Oh, that's a little high there. It's a little high. But shoot, 103, and then but it's dry heat. You guys probably have the moisture over there, the humidity. So we don't have the humidity here. And thank goodness the sun isn't like really baking me, because there's a certain type of heat that I just cannot handle. It's the type of heat, I've said this before, where I start feeling pins and needles on my skin because it's so hot, and I have to get out of the sun. I have to get out of the heat because I feel like I'm gonna overheat. It doesn't feel good, so I got to get out of the heat. But yeah, thank you guys for hanging out and watching. There's a lizard on the wall over there. I can feel my phone hot. What are you doing over there, little lizard? What are you doing? What are you doing? You're looking at me. I can see you staring at me. What you doing, little dinosaur? The cat. He'll sit for hours and stare at a wall until a lizard passes by. Then he moves so quick. Never seen him move so quick before in my life, or in his lifetime. But he hunts those, and I've caught a few on his face, out of his mouth. One was clung onto his bottom lip, and he was swinging his head around, and that thing just held on for its life. And I had to like save it, but he had already punctured the body, so it didn't make it. I was so bad. I felt so bad. But they're not supposed to eat lizards, but he does. He does, and he hides it. I found a dead whole lizard carcass in the yard. It was just all bones, and I think it's back there somewhere. So yeah, I think it was one of his handiwork. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. Have a good rest of your day. Good morning, everybody. Good afternoon, and have a great evening. We'll see you later. Love you. Bye bye.